That's free. Let's go. Hey, what is up, guys? So it is currently about 11 a.m. right now, and boy do I have some things to show you. Super excited. This morning has honestly been my best morning ever phone flipping. Really been out of nowhere. Usually Fridays are more of my like actually selling days for phones because it is payday, but today was just super good with actually buying phones, and I'm not even really done. As I said, it's only about noon right now, so I ended up picking up 3 phones this morning from 2 different buyers. So obviously that means I picked up 2 phones from 1 buyer. So the first one, really the guy, I'll show you his ad. I'll put up his ad probably right up here. Just kind of show you exactly what it looked like, but I ended up bidding on it. And let me actually go back and look at it real quick. Okay, so yeah, he had listed, it was iPhone 7/8. He didn't know what it was, but by the picture I could tell it did have the cracked back, so it was an 8. He listed it at 500, which was very aggressive, but I figured usually with bad pictures and high prices, they usually will correlate to somebody that's just pretty much listing it really quick and they don't know the value of the phone. So ended up offering, I said I can do 220 and meet right now, and this is probably around 9 a.m. After I got Chick-fil-A. And if you look at the message, you can see what he said. I'll show you the screenshots, but he ended up coming just about a half hour later. We ended up meeting. It was an iPhone 8, and I thought it might have an iCloud on it, and therefore I would just reduce the price pretty heavily, probably to about $100. But it ended up being clean on that end. It just had a bad ESN, and I don't know the carrier, but I just had to make sure it didn't have the iCloud on it, because no matter the carrier, I know I'm going to be making money off of it. This isn't usually like me where I just don't know the profits going in, but I know I'd make money off of it. It was kind of like a different kind of meetup, because I really, I asked for the IMEI and he didn't even know how to get it, even though I directed him. So that was the first meetup. Here's the phone, iPhone 8, pretty much perfect condition, space gray I think the color's called. Nothing wrong with it. And then the second one, the guy, I'll show you the ad up here too, he ended up listing it pretty much as 2 phones, the iPhone X and the iPhone 7 for $300. I knew the iPhone 7 wasn't the best condition, or for $500, and I knew the iPhone 7 wasn't really the best condition, but I mean, even buying that iPhone X, I'd probably make money off of it. So I shot an offer for 4, let me look at it right here. He listed iPhone X and 7, iPhone X is blacklisted. I lost it and I found it, and iPhone 7 is unlocked and ready to use any carrier. So if you guys can tell by the picture, it's obviously a replaced screen, so I have to resell it as refurbished, which is perfectly fine. They sell pretty normally on eBay, but again, I ended up offering $400, I believe. And so that was super good. I mean, I'm going to be making a bunch of money off of it. But here was the iPhone X, AT&T carrier, 64GB, just has a bad ESN, no locks or anything on it like that. So pretty much, again, perfect condition. So this alone, I'm going to make a lot of money off of. And this one, iPhone 7, does have that small dent you guys can see. So I don't really know how much money I'm going to make off of it. I'm probably just going to list it on eBay. And this one, even though it said unlocked, it did have a bad ESN. So I did leverage that. And I did end up picking them both up for $370, which alone, if I just sold the iPhone X at basically in my head thought I bought it for $370, I'm going to probably be making over $100 on that alone, which is pretty good, especially because it is the AT&T carrier. I'm trying to figure out if I should sell it to my private buyer or not, because he does give a good price for these, just if there's AT&T or Verizon. So super excited. Overall, I should be making easily probably about $500 with the profits this morning, and it's not even noon yet. So that's why I said earlier it's probably my best morning ever. It's not necessarily my best day ever, because I had that about a week ago where I bought 3 and sold 4. So if I'm able to top that, maybe buying 1 more phone a day will probably be my highest profit day. Because as you guys know, I don't necessarily, even though I didn't sell it, I count it as profit because I know what they're going to sell for. It's just actually getting them out and to the certain buyer. So with that said, again, it's only about noon, so super productive day still ahead of me. Friday, trying to finish out the week super strong. And kind of just go into the weekend selling a bunch of these phones. So I'm probably just going to go list these. I might go get lunch real quick or just make it at home. I usually eat lunch at home, and then I'm going to go list these on eBay. I have to list that S9 Plus from yesterday and the cracked back iPhone 8 Plus Sprint bad ESN one. So you probably should take me about an hour to do all of that, and then I will update you guys right when I get out of it. Hey, what is up guys? So really good news. It's about 1:20. I ended up finishing lunch just about 20 minutes ago and ended up listing the iPhone X, which I just got today, basically assuming I paid $300 for it because it was that bundle package, and literally within 4 minutes my phone sold. So I tried to price it kind of in the middle range. So it's an iPhone X, 64 gigabyte, silver AT&T with a bad ESN, so AT&T did raise the value a bit, and I listed it at $579 plus $720 shipping because small flat rate priority, and I literally already sold it. So here's the listing. I'm just covering up the name to keep the identity safe, just for his protection, because that just wouldn't be fair. But see, the iPhone X, literally $579. I just listed it. It sold in 4 minutes, and you guys can see. I'll cover the name here too, but you can see that I did receive the payment, $586.20, because that's just with shipping. And then also I just listed this iPhone 8 Plus. This was the 64 gigabyte space gray Sprint, which I did buy yesterday. It did have the cracked back, so here's this one. You can see it's like pretty, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like decently cracked. Doesn't affect the camera or anything like that. I made sure to test that just because that could be a problem. So the guy messaged me asking when I can go ship that iPhone X, and I told him I'll literally go do it in the next hour because I haven't been today, because I also have to ship that iPhone 8 Plus, which sold yesterday, which I told you guys about. So 2 phones gotta go ship out right now, and I know that guy is gonna be super happy. Just because otherwise normally I should be shipping out on Monday because they are buying on a Friday. So just trying to get that good review. I honestly have such a tough time getting reviews on eBay. I don't know if any of you have seen my eBay account, but it's just really like I just struggle with getting the reviews. I always ask people and I just never get messages back. I mean, I'm not getting bad reviews or anything like that, so I just think people get kind of lazy, even though I'm giving them a review and I message telling them that. But it's alright, it'll increase over time. As long as I'm just doing the right way and I'm following eBay's policies, we'll be good. So interested to see how long it'll take that 8 Plus to sell. I honestly don't think it'll sell really fast. I mean, hopefully it'll sell in the 3 days. I mean, most of my listings will go within that 3-day fixed period time, which I do have it set at 3 days. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then I'm gonna go ship these because one guy for this 8 Plus is nagging me so hard. It's so annoying. I know some of you have felt that. Like when people just say ship out now, and literally he bought it last night and he's like, ship out now. I was like, I can't, dude. The post office isn't open here, and obviously he's in the US because I have to ship to the US only because I don't do international shipping. So I don't know what his deal is, but when you're owning a business, the customer's always right, so I have to put up with him just saying like, hey, I'm gonna go to the post office right when it opens today. So I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna package it up. I might do a little bit of a like just a little montage for you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Hey, what is up guys? So it is currently about 9:30. I'm just about to edit this video. Sorry it might have been a little bit boring today. It wasn't that exciting of a day. I mean, there's still really good things that came out of it and stuff you guys can learn from, because obviously I'm not just trying to film my day, I'm also trying to in a sense teach you more in the sense of like a vlog format, not just me sitting at a desk. Just kind of keeps you guys a little bit more entertained and willing to watch more like of my actual videos rather than just the first minute or two. So overall today I ended up buying 3 phones and they were all before 11 a.m. Super stoked. That's my best ever so far. They're from 2 different people. One ended up being that iPhone 8. Bought it for $200 and then I ended up buying for $370 the iPhone X and the iPhone 7. You guys know I already sold the iPhone X, which is really cool, sold in 4 minutes. So I'm going to be talking about that here in a second, how I exactly did that. And then I ended up, my buyer just got back, so I'm going to be shipping tomorrow early in the morning, because usually you can ship before noon on Saturdays. I have that iPhone 8, which was iCloud locked. I bought it for $25 if you guys remember. So that'll be about, I think it was about a $75 to $80 profit after everything like that. Which is pretty good, not bad. I mean, it's really good if you think about the margin on like $25 buying that and turning that into 110 bucks. So what else happened? I ended up shipping out those 2 phones. One was actually the iPhone X and one was the 8 Plus, and I already listed the cracked one, which I had bought yesterday, and I have the S9 Plus listed. I'm guessing that will sell tomorrow. It should go super fast. Just because it is brand new and there's pretty much nothing wrong with it. I mean, it basically still had the wrapping on it. So talking about exactly how I ended up selling that iPhone X in literally 4 minutes, and I guess I could show you the emails. I might put it up here, but you can kind of see the time. I mean, it's literally the same minute that I got the confirmation on my email and the instant payment was actually received. I got them literally in the same minute, so it might have been even less than 4 minutes. I just know the listing email might be a couple minutes delayed. So, but honestly, how I did it is I just priced right in the middle range. I didn't price too high, I didn't price too low. And one thing I always like to do is I like to click sell one like this. So when I look on those sold listings, you'll notice under the pictures, there's a couple, like 3 different options. You can actually click each one of them. And one thing I do, so if I see it's the exact same specs, it is like everything about it is the same color, same like cracked back or bad LCD or whatever it may be. I literally, like, same Sprint, whether it's bad ESN, good ESN, no matter the carrier, if it's the exact one and I think I could price it pretty similar to that, I will literally click sell one like this. It'll pretty much fill my eBay listing. All I have to do is, it'll fill the title. All I have to do is put my own condition, like, you know, you have to put that little description of the condition, my own pictures, and the actual description of the actual listing, as well as just put your own price. So everything is pretty much laid out. I know you now on eBay you have to select which kind of phone you want, like the color. There has to be like a certain phone on eBay that you have to select for that listing. But I definitely think that saves me a lot of time. A lot of you come to me saying it takes super long. That's a cool trick for you guys. And honestly, why it sold so fast again was because I did have 6 pictures, I believe. So I always recommend having 6 or more pictures on eBay. I sold it around 3 o'clock, so it was, I actually don't even know, but I know it was towards the second half of the day, which is when I like to list my eBay items, just because I usually see a lot more traction. And today, honestly, Fridays are paydays, so you think about it, more people are probably going to be looking out to spend their paycheck on that phone, whether they're using it for other businesses or just for personal use. So Fridays are a great day overall to sell your phone on eBay, which is why I honestly think that iPhone X sold. And iPhone X is just the newest phone, obviously, in the Apple community, so they're always going to sell the best. So there's a combination of everything, but I hope that really shows you guys like how it really is possible. Like, I wouldn't lie to you guys. Like, I mean, I'm showing you as transparent. I'm showing you my life as transparent as I possibly can. Literally every sale, every profit, every loss, whatever it may be. So if you guys made it to the end of the video, definitely give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. And if you're not in the family, hit that little subscription button down below. I'd really appreciate the support. And if you made it to this far in the video, I truly appreciate you. You mean the world to me. I think tomorrow I picked my winner for actually doing the live interview. So it's not necessarily live, but I'm recording the actual call. Him actually asking the questions and me answering them. No cuts, no like editing or like that, just straight video for you guys to have as much knowledge as possible, because I think this is pretty good, because whatever questions he have, I know a lot of you may have, and a lot of the times I don't even think of these questions, so it's good to have somebody else come into the channel. And that's why I'm going to start incorporating other people into the channel, bigger influencers, people with more information, bigger people in the phone flipping industry. So definitely get excited for that. So with that said, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and with that said, I'll see you tomorrow in the next video.